Okay, now it's 7 a.m. Okay, part 3. Alright, and this will be the last part. Okay, so the show gets over, and we go walking back to the room, but it takes forever, because, like, the mom walks really slow, and it's just like, ugh. So I'm following them, and eventually we make it back, and she's getting the kids ready for bed, and I'm like, can I help? Is there anything I can help with? And she goes, no, thank you very much. And I was all like, okay. And then she's like, what time is it? Or she asked it in her own little way, you know. And I looked, and it said 10:16. Well, I was supposed to stay till midnight. It was supposed to be 15 hours, 9 a.m. to midnight. Well, she's like, you can go now. And in my head, I'm thinking, thank God, I do not mind missing out on 2 hours. Like, I need to get the heck out of here. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I go to the paperwork, and I fill out the paperwork, and I'm like, okay, 13 hours, blah, 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 and I fill it all out. Oh, I wonder if I have the paper here. I do. Oh, I can't show it, though, because it has the name on it. She's filling it out, and then it says gratuity. And first of all, men tip way more than women. They just do. And it's just how it is. And so whenever a woman goes to fill out the form, I know the tip isn't what matters. What matters is that you're there to care for the children, and the hours is, the hours, whatever. But still, I admit, you look forward to a tip at the end. I mean, that's normal. And, even if it's $10, you still feel like, cool, I got some extra money. Like, you're grateful no matter how much it is. And on the times when you get a lot, it's really special because it's not all the time and whatever. I've gotten $60 tips, and I've gotten no tip. This is, having no tip is common. And I do complain, but I guess I shouldn't, because I should be lucky to even get anything, I guess. I don't know. Because it's not like I'm a waitress. It's more common to tip them, but I don't know, whatever. So anyway, so she's like, gratuity, what is this? And I'm like, it's like a tip. And she had to know, because she had a different nanny the 2 days before I was there. And everyone has the same form, so you can't tell me she didn't know what that meant. Unless the dad did it, I don't know. Unless the dad did it before. And so I was like, oh, it means like a tip? And it was so awkward. And then she's like, tip for what? And then she put 2 X's in the gratuity line. Okay, if you're not going to put a tip, just don't put one. Don't, like, be verbal about it. Don't, like, make me feel bad. Like, oh my gosh, okay? And I'm thinking, for what? I followed you guys around all day. I did all I could. Like, my feet are killing me. My back is killing me. I've been here for 13 hours. Like, I'm miserable and I'm starving because we haven't eaten since breakfast. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I should have brought snacks, but I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, talk about an ending to a night. Like, that was just like the bad cherry on top, Ugh. Anyway, I have like videos uploading while I'm talking. Alright. So, anyway, so literally the tears are ready to pour out. Because I cry easy anyway, but after that, and then to get no tip, like, I was, like, devastated. Like, I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Like, after everything, I don't get a tip. I should have known, though, because they were acting like they hated me all day long. So I'm like, okay. So then I gather my stuff, but I accidentally leave a game behind. And I gather all my stuff, and I turn around, and the mom has her back facing me, and I was all like, bye, guys. And then the kids are like, bye, Corey. And then I'm like, and then I, like, walk out the door and leave. And so the tears are pouring. I'm in the elevator. There's other people in there, and I'm like, and I'm like trying to hold it in, though, because I'm in an elevator. Anyway, so then I go to the concierge. Normally, when I get home, I would just scan my paper on my printer and scan it into the computer and email the paperwork in. But since my computer had that whole issue thing, I have to reinstall the software for the printer, so I have to fax the form. So I went to the concierge to fax it, and as I'm there, I'm like crying, and then she's like, you're gonna have to wait for the confirmation. So I'm like, okay. So then I scooted down the counter a little so people could come up, and I'm like crying. I'm like, huh, ow, I just scratched a pimple. Ow, 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 ow. That hurt. So I'm at the thing, and I'm like crying, and that's when I sent that text to Facebook saying I'm crying at the concierge or whatever. That was when that was. I wasn't like complaining to them. I was just, they were faxing something, and I was like crying. I wasn't like loud crying. It was just tears and sniffling. Like, it's not like I was like verbal about it, you know? Ow, that hurt so bad. Anyway, so yeah, and since, here, let me see. Okay, 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this other bad experience I had. And also I wanted to say that the silver lining to that whole babysitting thing was that I got 13 hours. Oh, I got 13 hours. So that was good, because, you know, that's really good hours. But, the thing with this job is normally there'll be a few bad ones, but once you have like 3 bad ones, or even 2, you think, ooh, the next few must be really good ones, because they do tend to balance each other out. If you have really good ones, then you'll get a bad one. If you have really bad ones, then you'll get a good one or a couple good ones. You know, I wish they were all just medium, but the really good ones are worth it, I guess. But, so what was I gonna say? Brain freeze. Get it? So yeah, okay, this one bad experience I had, this 9-year-old was literally abusing me physically. He was biting my legs. He was 9, okay? He was not this 4-year-old that was being a 4-year-old. He was 9. He was biting my legs, pulling my hair, slapping me in the face. So I had to stand up, you know, the whole time, or else he would slap my face. And then he would like spit in his hands and wipe them on me, like on my face or on my clothes. Kicking, punching, just any kind of thing you can do with your body to hurt someone else, that's what he was doing to me. And I was literally like screaming, because he was being like a little demon, and I was like, stop, you know. And it was just awful. It lasted for 2 hours. They were only gone for 2 hours, and then they get back, and of course, no tip. And they asked how everything went, and I was so just wanting to get out of there that I was just like, it was fine, you know. And so I just like leave. So yeah, that was a bad one. And then another bad one was they told me that the mom was gonna be home the mom said that she was gonna be home at 11, and so she gets home at 11, and then she says, you can stay till 3 a.m. And I was like, oh, okay. She doesn't ask. She just tells me, you can stay till 3. And I'm like, okay. Then she goes upstairs and falls asleep, and she never wakes up. So it's like 3:30, and I'm like, I thought she was going to come back down and leave. I thought she was only going up there to check on the kids, or maybe change her outfit, whatever. But no. And so I'm all waiting, and I'm really uncomfortable. And as I'm waiting, there's a cockroach going across the floor in front of me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is such a bad experience. So finally I called the nanny place, and Rita, she answered the phone, and I was telling her what was happening. She's like, okay, you need to leave. You need to get out of there. Leave the paperwork and everything, and then just leave. And I was like, all right. So I had to go back the next morning to get my money. But I was too afraid to. I was too afraid to go knock on the door, because I totally left, like, late at night. I totally just left, you know, and so I felt weird. So Eric went for me. Well, I went and got him, and he went with me, and he went inside and got my money, because I was too afraid, because I'm like a total wuss. Anyway, so that was a bad experience. Then there was another bad experience where I was there, and the parents didn't leave for the first half, so the kids were running into the room where they were, and they're like, Corey, can you keep them in that room? Okay, it's 3 kids, and the room, there's no separation between these 2 rooms, and they're wanting me to keep them. I can't hold them in my arms and tie them up. They're gonna run in the other room. I can't control that, you know? Ugh, parents are so stupid. I swear, like, I cannot stand some parents. Some parents are the coolest parents you'll ever see, like, ever. Like, TJ's parents, Cassie and Tommy, they're the coolest parents ever. So cool, so laid back, and it makes you respect them, and it makes you want to really do a good job because you have a good relationship with people. And also TJ's like, oh, he's so cute. And I'm like, you know, I've been taking care of him since he was a baby, so, you know. But other parents, I swear, they'll blame you for everything. They will, I mean, everyone knows, I don't even have to say this. People know how stupid people are. Anyway, so they never left, and then they finally do leave, and then this whole thing happened. It's not even worth getting into. And then the mom called the nanny place and told them that I stole something from her bedroom? Okay, like, I was like, are you serious? Like, this is so not even. I did not steal anything. She said I stole a DVD. Nuh-uh. Okay, I could say what actually happened, but here, let me see. It's already 4 minutes, so just know that I did not steal anything. The woman was crazy, and I'm never going back there, obviously. But yeah, so those have been my bad experiences that I can recall so far, like right now. There has been others, I just can't remember right now, but anyway. So thank you. If you have watched all 3 of these videos, wow. The next time I have a bad experience, I'm totally going to make another one because it helps to get it out. And also, it's hard having to tell everybody, like, I've already told the story like 4 times and my throat is like so shot. So it's like, it's better if I just if I just say it once and then people can just watch it. It's just better. Alright, well, that's the end, so, okay, bye.